So when you started the PI, what was the basic challenges of differentiating yourself from everybody else who's doing PI, especially in California?
So honestly, those questions didn't enter my mind until I decided or I came up with the conclusion that I'm going to be okay. Because I was terrified to leave my established associate position
Right.
the week before. There was only like a week in between my previous job and going on my own. I was terrified. I moved back in with my parents. It was a big, big deal. So my questions were, am I going to make it? Am I going to make it? Was this a good idea? Is it going to work? Will I survive? So it wasn't until later on when I was like, okay, looks like it should be okay. It should be fine, that I started thinking about that. And that's a question that I still ask 15 years later. Is how are we different than all the other great, amazing PI firms in California,
Right.
right? It's a fantastic question. I think it's a question that uh, entrepreneurs, attorneys should ask themselves every day. And it's just giving that best customer service, best client service. Something that I think sticks out about Jason and I is that we both have been in injury-producing car accidents
Okay.
that were not our fault. Thankfully, they weren't anything catastrophic. But we still got injured
Right.
and we needed to get treatment, and it affected our life for several months. So we don't know maybe to the extent of what our clients are going through, because unfortunately a lot of them have very serious and some catastrophic injuries and unfortunately some wrongful deaths, but we do have a sense of the pain that they went through, the trauma, the inconvenience, how it affected their daily life. So I can really relate with my clients on that level, that hey, I've been through this, and for the ones that have smaller injuries and accidents on the more or less severe side,
Right.
I can tell them honestly, I've been exactly where you were. Exactly, I know exactly what you're going through. I've had my car in the body shop for 4 months. Not having a car and having to figure out I'm going to get around
Right.
with my rental expired and all that stuff. So that's how I try to differentiate between other people, is just to bring the real life, real
Right.
actual experience and relate to them. And
Yeah, relating to them is a big
yeah,
thing because that's the biggest client retention program also
yeah,
is to be able to relate to them and not just treat them like every other accident, accident happens kind of a situation.